This Loba 101 video is going to include everything we know about Loba up to date. So everything from leaks, rumors, teasers, what her abilities are going to be, and what she's going to look like, it's all going to be in this video. If you don't learn anything from this video, that certainly would be impressive. I'm Alarmix, and let's get into the video. We know that Loba is coming to Season 5 for a few reasons, but I'm going to spend minimal time on that. The leaks are definitely showing Loba is coming, but the coolest thing is we actually have this developer picture. I'm sure you've seen this before. It goes Crypto, Revenant, Loba, and then after that we have Rampart and Velk. So people, about 3.5 months from now, you're going to be able to play with Rampart and Apex Legends, which is completely insane. And then after that, it is Velk, a jetpack legend. I'm going to show you what Loba will officially look like when she comes to the game with this picture here. Here we can see her compared up to some of the other female legends in Apex Legends. But before we get into the rest of the video, I'm going to talk about our sponsor for this video. That's right, people, the Alarmix YouTube channel got its first sponsorship. So our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is a free-to-play dark fantasy themed RPG game. Raid has a lot of different good aspects to it, but I think my favorite thing is the in-depth story with this game. This game looks great for what is mainly a mobile game, but do not let that fool you. Raid is also available for PC, and it is cross-platform between both devices. And now the daily rewards program for new players has been doubled from 90 days to 180 days. So each day you can claim your free rewards, which includes gems, silver, energy refills, and even this free barbarian legendary champion, Sill of the Drake. So people, go download Raid Shadow Legends. From the link in the description, you can add me. My username is alarmix_. And people, if you use that link in the description and download Raid Shadow Legends, you'll get 100,000 free silver, and you'll also get this free champion Hex Weaver. You will find extra rewards up here in your inbox for the next 30 days only. So yeah, it's a pretty good deal. Go use the link in the description and download Raid Shadow Legends. Alrighty, people, back to the video now. The Season 4 launch trailer gave us a lot of information about Loba and her backstory. This wouldn't be a Loba 101 video without me showing you all of this really cool stuff. So to start off this video, we all know that Revenant is a hitman, and in fact, Revenant was assigned to hit Loba's father. So when we in fact get a look at this job that Revenant accepts to do, we can in fact see that Loba's father speaks Portuguese, and also that Loba's father runs basically a thievery business where he goes around and pulls off a bunch of big heists and steals a bunch of stuff. The fact that Loba's family does in fact speak Portuguese and that Loba's father runs a thievery business does play a pretty big role in who Loba is. So fast forward a little bit, we actually get a look at Loba's father giving Loba a gift at the dinner table. This gift is in fact a silver wolf, and what makes this gift so special is if you go into like the Google Translator and you put in Loba in Portuguese and you translate it to English, it actually translates over to wolf. And what makes this so special is because really ever since Apex Legends was released, we knew about this character in the game files named Loba, but we didn't really know who Loba is or really anything about this character. But when the Season 4 trailer was released, and then we saw that Loba's father, or this little girl's father, gave this little girl the gift of a wolf, we in fact could connect the game file leaks to this character that we saw in the Season 4 trailer. So just to speed up the Season 4 trailer a little bit, Loba and her father are sitting there bonding. Loba's father gives the gift of a wolf, and Revenant comes in and, may I add, rudely crashes the dinner party. I mean, this guy doesn't even knock. He comes flying through the window. He doesn't even have a gun in his hand. He just then goes through all of the bodyguards with his raw fists of fury. You know that when a robot comes through the glass with just his fists and goes through all of your bodyguards, they're pretty much screwed. He then takes one of the pistols away from the bodyguards, pretty much finishes off the job pretty quickly from there, goes in, kills Loba's father, and then we can in fact see the terrible tragedy of this little girl kneeling next to her father's corpse. And in this scene, we can in fact see that this little girl is not even really crying at this moment. She is just completely mad and already ready for revenge. So this whole battle is what will fuel Loba to actually join the Apex games. She will join after Revenant joins to in fact try to kill Revenant in the Apex games. So it's really cool that Loba has a motive like this that we could see firsthand on why she actually joined the Apex games. I think that it is really smart of Respawn and EA to actually do this with their game. That's really the advantage that Apex Legends has over other titles, is that each legend has their own personality and their own motive on why they're actually currently fighting. So we have in fact had a couple of teasers about Loba coming to the game in the future. That's what really Respawn likes to do, is as in the past they have teased the legends before before they've actually come to the game. Respawn likes to repeat themselves, and they're definitely doing it here. These teasers that I'm going to be showing you are really just further confirmation that Loba will be the legend of Season 5. So this first thing I'm going to show you, it's pretty controversial, but I think it's really cool either way. We have this video of what appears to be a wolf running over by the harvester. Really, the huge controversy here is that this is not a wolf, and I totally see where people are coming from. This kind of does look like a wraith. This video clip is in pretty bad quality, and people have kind of lined up the shape of a wraith to this video, and it does seem that there is a pretty strong possibility that this is a wraith. But I mean, at the same time, this does look exactly like a wolf, and it is a pretty convenient time to see, you know, a wolf inside of Apex Legends because Loba is about to come to the game, and also because in that Season 4 trailer, we saw Loba's father give Loba the gift of a wolf. So for all we know, this could mean completely nothing, but I think this next teaser really does show something, and I've actually seen this myself before in a game. So what I am talking about is people have actually heard wolves in games before, and the sounds of these wolves, they are very faint. I have heard them in Trainyard before, I insist. It kind of just sounds like the wind, but at the same time, it's definitely a wolf off in the distance. So I have two clips for you here. I will crank the audio way up so you can actually hear them. If you're on a mobile phone, you might not actually hear this, but if you have headphones on, this is really cool to listen to. So I will show you guys these clips here, and I will stop talking for a second so you can actually get a listen in on them. So yeah, that is pretty cool that it does seem that Respawn is teasing their next legend. From what I know, there are so many people who have actually heard this wolf sound in game, and I'm pretty sure it is in fact true versus the harvester clip that I showed you. So like I showed you momentarily earlier, we do have a picture of Loba, which she will officially look like compared up to the other legends in the game, other female legends. So people, we do have some renders of what just Loba will look like from a few different angles. I'll show that to you guys. Guys, let me know what you think about Loba and how she looks. To me, she definitely looks like a loot goblin based legend, and also like she has prepared her whole life to just try to kill Revenant in the Apex games. So next, ladies and gentlemen, I want to move on to Loba's abilities, and for me this is by far the most interesting part. So we aren't actually really too sure at this point. I don't believe people are too sure what actually the tactical, the ultimate, and the passive will be out of these abilities. I just have a list of 4 abilities here for you. So to start this off, I'm gonna start off with Burglar's Best Friend, throw a disc and teleport to that location. So I think that this is a really cool ability that you'll be able to teleport to basically wherever you can throw this disc. I'm really wondering how long it will take to throw this disc, because if you're running away and you're getting mowed down, you want to throw this as quickly as possible. But I think it is kind of interesting to think how this relates to the Wraith portal, where if you place the portal, you can teleport somewhere. I'm wondering how high you can throw this disc to actually get high ground on enemies and stuff like that. But Loba's other abilities, they will not be involved with mobility like this. Like I said before, Loba's father ran a thievery business, and the rest of Loba's abilities will be involved with, first of all, finding and then actually taking that loot. I think that in this game, it is about time for a looting legend. I think that it will be really fun to have a looting legend in this game. When you drop into Skull Town, you will have a pretty big advantage over other people when you will be able to find the better gun first. But you know, people, enough talk, let's get into one of these abilities. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Supply for Demand. This appears to be her passive. This is really the only ability that we know which ability it will be. Hold button to choose a type of loot. Reveal that type of loot in the area around you through walls. So yeah, guys, when you are looting with Loba, it might even help your squad be a little bit more aggressive in the long term, because you will know what kind of loot is around you. You will be able, if your squad mates are looking for a higher level shield, if you have that one squad mate who has a level 1 shield, you can quickly find a better shield or determine that there is not that better shield around, and you can move on, and it might speed up the pace of the game just a little bit. The next ability I have for you today, ladies and gentlemen, is Black Market Boutique. Place a device that can steal all enemy loot. So it is insane. This ability sounds very insane. People have only been speculating up to this point on how this ability will actually work. I don't think we have actually seen abilities like this in any other games. I mean, at least to my knowledge, and people have been guessing wide and far on what this ability will look like when it comes to the game. So placing a device that will steal all enemy nearby loot, I'm sure it will depend on on how powerful this ability is, if it's a tactical or an ultimate. But from my initial thoughts, I'm thinking that it will just steal from loot boxes. But I mean, there is a scenario where this could be an ultimate, and this could, if you like hit someone directly with a projectile, or if you are just really close to the enemy when you activate it, I could see a scenario in this game to where they could balance this ability out to where it could actually be viable and not too overpowered. Like, I mean, this is just complete speculation, but just imagine if you activate your ultimate ability and then you actually go up and punch this enemy. You have to punch them to actually take all of their loot away. I think most people are just saying that this ability will be for stealing from loot boxes, but we will have to see how this plays out when it is released into Season 5. The last ability I have for you is Eye for Quality passive. Loba can see nearby loot through walls and can open up hidden compartments in loot bins. So this ability also sounds super cool. I think that being able to see loot through walls and being able to open up hidden compartments in loot bins, this might make Loba actually worth rocking in Season 5 of Apex Legends. And that will about wrap it up for this video. Hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing because I do a bunch of interesting Apex Legends videos just like this. And that will be about it for me, the Alarmix, and I'll see you guys later.